Hi guys, this is JENZAR and I wanted to try a top 10, so I came up with this little number. The top 10 toughest temples from Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Twilight Princess. I chose to do these three games because I've played these the most, and I am only really a fan of these style of Zelda games, so keep that in mind. Number 10. The Fire Temple from Ocarina of Time. I was stuck on this temple for almost a year when I was 7, but eventually I figured it out and moved on. However, this temple is still tough. And it's only because of this one room that is just fucking annoying. You know that one where you have to walk around all those posts that at the last second will create a wall of fire? It's a fucking pain in the ass. Number 9. The Palace of Twilight from Twilight Princess. The hardest part of this temple is the beginning, where you have to pass through the darkness while carrying the ball of light and being chased by that weird hand thing. Then later in the temple you have to jump all those platforms while dodging that weird creature thing that shoots shit at you, just to reach a lame boss battle versus the pussy Zant. Number 8. The Sky Temple from Twilight Princess. This temple was just annoying because of the wind vortexes that would shoot you off a platform. It can get kind of tough at the parts where you have miles above any kind of platform and having to fight enemies that could just throw you into the clouds. However, the ending boss battle is pretty sick. Number 7. Yeah, I don't know why, but the Forest Temple from Ocarina of Time always confused me. Every time I go to play it, I think it's gonna be a piece of cake. But then I always get stuck somewhere. It actually has one of the tougher boss battles too, against Ganon's Phantom. Oh, and fuck those Poe pictures that you have to shoot. They keep moving all over the place, like why? Just a waste of arrows. Number 6. Jabu's Belly from Ocarina of Time. You know, if we're only the 3rd temple in the game, it's pretty goddamn tough. Those stupid electrical jellyfish are just enough to put this temple in the top 10. But then on top of that, you have to carry this stupid fish princess while avoiding them. Then there are the hidden drops that will slowly drive you insane while trying to beat this temple. The boss is kinda difficult too, especially with that awkward ass boomerang that they give you. Number 5. The Lakebed Temple from Twilight Princess. Why do water temples have the notoriety for being the hardest and most annoying temples in the Zelda series? The whole redirection of water thing will really send you for a loop. Having to change everything around in the temple just to make your way around can become quite bothersome. Number 4. The Water Temple from Ocarina of Time. This is known for being one of the harder, if not hardest temples in the Zelda series, but I disagree. Yes, it is a pain in the ass having to adjust the height of the water, but whatever, there are harder things in this world. However, it is pretty difficult, which is why it's number 4 on the list. Oh, and screw those damn clam things. Number 3. The Snowhead Temple from Majora's Mask. For a game that only has 4 temples, they sure did make them difficult. The temple is the reason I took a 6-year hiatus from Majora's Mask, before I returned and finally beat it. You know, after you fall in the center room to the lava pit for the 1,000,000th time, that this temple was a piece of shit. It makes me cringe whenever I think of having to do it. But then I remember how fun the boss battle is, so I suck it up and suffer through it. Maybe have to drop a few F-bombs while doing it though. Number 2. The Great Bay Temple from Majora's Mask. Oh, what a surprise, another fucking water temple. Only this time you have to play as a Zora with awkward controls and stiff movement while going through tunnels that have water vortexes pushing you in the opposite direction, while fighting enemies, and on top of it all you have a time limit. This temple I remember being extremely tough, and right when I was about to beat it for the first time, my friend accidentally hit the reset button on N64 before I could save it. I had to start over from scratch again. Yeah, we're not friends anymore. Number 1. The number 1 hardest temple from these 3 games is the Stone Tower Temple from Majora's Mask. Yup, Majora's Mask for the sweep of the last 3 temples. I'm not sure why, but this temple always bothered me. It's confusing. Even getting into the temple is confusing, having to make all these statues out of yourself. Finally, you think you're finished with the temple, but nope, you have to do everything upside down. What an asshole. So finally, after doing the whole temple upside down, you have to fight one of the hardest boss battles in the Zelda series. Okay, maybe that worm thing isn't that hard, but I forgot to get the double magic things, so I had no Giant's Mask throughout the whole thing. This is one of the only boss battles that I can say I had a really hard time with. Okay, so this is my first top 10, so just keep that in mind that I'm still trying this out. So if you have any complaints or suggestions, just leave some comments or whatever. Alright guys, this is JENZAR. See you next time.